a legend around these parts. Few know it, and even fewer believe it to be true. But back in the 90s, there was a comic book shop owner named Phil Pendergrass. Now, Phil was an eccentric. He was, perhaps a touch mad, but harmless guy. Anyway, Phil had a pet groundhog, strangely enough. Some say he rescued it as a baby. That, perhaps its mother had been torn apart by a tractor or a harvester. Others say it was a hawk got it, but anyway, old Phil had this baby groundhog that he named Donnie. Now, those familiar with the shop know this particular groundhog grew up to be called Dollar Bin Donnie. Now, that's not so strange, but what's really weird is that Phil decided to teach this groundhog how to read comics. Now, of course, groundhogs can't read, but Donnie somehow, especially through the spec boom of the 90s, gained an appreciation to recognize value in comics. They said that Donnie helped old Phil, put aside multiple issues of things like Ultimate Fallout #4, Walking Dead #1, Batman Adventures #12. Made Phil a lot of money. Maybe Phil was just really good at this, but he claims it was Donnie. Anyways, unfortunately, old Phil passed away a couple of years ago, and legend has it that Donnie was released to the wild. So, I figured, come February 2nd, what better day to go look for Donnie in the Badlands of Alberta. I knew maybe, just maybe, Donnie's old magic could come back and help me speculate here a little. So, with a few comic books in hand, I went searching for Dollar Bin Donnie. Down south, through the Badlands where it was rumored he was released. Sure enough, just after 8 o'clock in the morning, I found what looked like a groundhog den, a little hole in the ground. At 8:07, February 2nd, this gray-haired groundhog pops up, its head up out of the hole, has a look at me, and I look at him, and I hold out this. Future State Wonder Woman #1. I said, Donnie, and I know you're Donnie, Dollar Bin, what do you think? He looks at me, he looks at the book, and he gives me that little wink. Now, I don't know if that's a winner or not, but I was intrigued. But I noticed he's making motions to go back into his hole, and I thought, hey, I'm not sure about that one, but I've got this copy of Mystic 15 I just picked up for $50 on the way here. Surely he can tell me whether I'm going to double my money in 6 weeks or not on this book. So I haul out Mystic 15 and get ready to show it to old Donnie, and he catches a glimpse of that cover and he gives me this strange look. It's like the look of a mother's disappointment. And it startled me. It kind of a strange look for a groundhog to give a human. And I dropped the book. Well, old Donnie, I don't know what got into him, but he snatched that book. And before I could grab it back from him, he went back into his hole. I don't know, maybe he wants to read this book, right? I'm thinking. But then I hear this chewing and ripping and shredding sound, and oh my God, I'm losing my mind. And I grab my cell phone and I get my flashlight on so I can shine it down in this hole. And sure enough, that groundhog's used it. He shredded that comic for his litter. You'll never see that comic again. True story. Believe it if you want to. Don't if you want to, but That's where I stand. $100 for a Mystic 15 with a tiny little piece of art for somebody who might be Harry Potter. The wand isn't right, I'll tell you that. Unlicensed, unauthorized, not official. Okay, so you know comic speculation is in a bubble when? I mean, come on, guys, that's insane. Don't do that. I mean, is Mystic a good series? I don't know. I've never read it. It looks fun. But, you know, would I ever pay more than $2 for a single issue? No. Hell no. Come on. Yeah. Anyway, what I did buy and what I did enjoy is this, Future State Wonder Woman #1. I have #2 coming. I've ordered it. God. This is what comics needs right here. You know, honestly, if I was going to pit that against anything, should put it against Terry Moore's Serial #1, which finally arrived. And again, another writer, artist in Terry Moore. Did I like Serial #1? Honestly, no. No, I did not. Again, I won't say I fell victim to hype because I have read Strangers in Paradise and I did enjoy that. I thought that was a great series, wonderful characters. Maybe Serial will be going good places, but honestly, I feel lied to when I bought that book. It wasn't what the description said it would be. Maybe it will be in future. I don't. I'm going to say like there's some hate in that book somewhere. And, you know, I've had enough hate in comic books. No hate here. This is wonderful. I enjoyed that very much. And this is where anime and manga have kind of got it right. They're crafting characters you want to read. It's emotionally charged. The story is about the characters. It's about them. It's not, you know, we're not trying to express views or get our political beliefs across or anything like that. It's just, this is the story. This is the character. This is how they act. They're not perfect. They struggle. And this is Yara Flor. But, you know, to be honest, my favorite... Now, okay, let's... Speculation. Is this Yara Flor's first appearance? Maybe. The problem is in Wonder Woman Annual 4, there was a shot of a young girl playing on the beach, a young Brazilian girl in the new Amazon tribe in the Amazon, believe it or not, who could be Yara Flor, so maybe. She did have a cameo in Dark Knight Death Metal #7. But that wasn't really an appearance, that's just a cameo. So you could regard that as Yara Flor's first full appearance, which is cool. But you know whose first appearance it is, and this is amazing. My new favorite character is Kaipora, and I hope I pronounced that right. But Kaipora lives in the Amazon rainforest in Brazil, and she is a forest guardian spirit. So I'm pretty excited about she's a fun little character. And you know, if anime and manga have taught me anything, it's lolly-looking little forest spirits with red hair that tend to get tied up, become very popular with the fan base. They also spawn a whole bunch of pages on certain websites. Just saying. She's a good little character. I like her very much. What I really like is the chemistry between the two. It's one's the hothead, who is, you know, as one extremely powerful. The other's, you know, she's a trickster, but powerful in magic, and they seem to complement each other very well. And I hope to see them paired up a lot more. And it's fun, it's humorous, it's kind of silly, and I think that's what comics needs right now. So, does it need like $100 spec book because of an unlicensed appearance by a very popular character from books and literature? No, come on, guys. Like, so here's the issue. Like, if you went out and you spec'd on this, and let's say I paid $100 for Mystic 15, in a year's time, the odds of that still being anywhere close to $100 are slim. I'm not saying it's going to drop down to $2 again, because, you know, once the genie's out of the bottle, it's out of the bottle. But usually what you'll see is like any of this is a huge kind of jump, and then it'll trickle away over time. So it'll go down. It won't go back down to $2 again, but I pretty much can guarantee it won't stay at 100. So that's kind of how I feel about this. Like, I bought this, I paid $20 plus shipping because I've read Terry Moore before. I enjoyed it. I thought, you know, it's a #1. It's a new series. Could be good. But quite honestly, I would have much rather bought an additional 2 copies of Future State Wonder Woman #1 with that money, by far. And no offense against Terry Moore or those who enjoy Serial. Maybe it's going places, maybe the story will develop, but I can tell you right now it wasn't for me. So, and do I really get my advice from a prognosticating groundhog? No, I don't. I was just having some fun there, but I did buy something that I probably won't like very much, that I won't enjoy, but it is historically significant. And speaking of Ron Mars, so there you go. That's the only hint I'm going to give. But that's a speculation play. But I only paid $5 for it. So, and again, it's just something to have, nothing to be proud of in your collection. So we'll see how that one goes next time. But again, thanks for tuning in. All I'm going to say is, if you have a chance to buy Future State Wonder Woman, the Yara Flor, do so. It's a good read. It's a great read. It's a fun read. It's you know, you can still get it for under $10, and beautiful artwork, fun story. If you can buy Mythic #15 for $100, don't do it. No. If you had it in your collection from way back when, like, sell it. Now's the time. Sell. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say, so nice seeing you guys again. Thanks for the subscriptions, everybody. Have a wonderful day. I know February's kind of bleak and dark and not that much fun, but we'll get through it, and keep reading the comics you love. But in the meantime, I thought I'd leave you with some sweet Yara Flor fan artwork just to show you there's a lot of excitement out there, and hopefully the creators don't mind me showing it here on the video. And just to show you guys that, you know, people are excited about this character. So talk to you next time. Bye bye.